Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's it going? I'm here today. Let's see, it's August 31st. We made it to the end of August. Wow, and you wouldn't know it because look at my totally overcast sky. Now, I'm not complaining because a lot of California is in the smoke. So, we are not in the smoke right now. We are thinking of all the people in the smoke. So if you, have a minute, give all of us Californians some of your thoughts and prayers because fires are crazy. Like for you guys in the South and you guys have hurricanes, and for you guys in the Midwest who have tornadoes, yeah, California has earthquakes, but honestly, we never even feel them. So, but forest fires, this is our natural disaster. Really, these are the things that take out so much. I'm not saying the earthquakes don't ever, but it's just not very often. So these fires are crazy, but we've got a total overcast day today, just typical Aurora Grande, California. I always say that August and September and even part of October is like our summer, but yeah, it's going to be 68 today. Still kind of waiting for summer to come, but that's okay. Let's see what's going on. If you notice behind me, my bench is finally done in my beautiful new color. I hope you guys like it. It's kind of like a greenish turquoise Caribbean, but it's dark. Anyway, so yes, I finally got this project done. My husband finally screwed in the little boards and it's totally done. I can sit on it again. So pretty fun. I love getting projects done. And yeah, what else is happening today? Well, today is the last day of my August giveaway. And normally I do a giveaway every August. Well, since my book came out, I've done a giveaway every August for my birthday. And I just thought, I think I'm gonna just try to do a giveaway every month. I don't know, just thinking, why not? So we'll see what's gonna happen for September. But to win a copy of a Prairie Devotional, I'll sign it. And if you want me to personalize it to you, I will. I'll also include a picture of my sister Brenda and I when we were little in our baby Grace outfits and sign that for you. Today is the last day. So if you'd like to win a copy of a prayer devotional, you need to go to, all the links are on Facebook, and also Instagram. If you're an Instagrammer and you're looking for that, go into my bio and you can see how to sign up for my giveaway. But it's basically wendyluli.com/giveaways. Now, if you go to my website, I don't have a page for that. It's kind of like a hidden page. So, but you can just type in wendyluli.com/giveaways and it'll go straight to a landing page to sign up. Anyway, go do that. It totally helps me. By entering, you do get automatically added to my email list, which is super fun. I'm in the process of writing that newsletter right now. Don't worry, my goodness, I don't send you crazy emails all the time. One a month for sure, sometimes a second one to say hey, there's a giveaway, or hey, this is happening. But I will not flood your inbox, and I hope that you won't be disappointed to hear from me. I try not to be disappointing. And if you know somebody who loves Little House or would enjoy this book, then send them an invite, and you get an extra entry. If you send an invite to someone and they sign up, then you actually get 2 entries instead of 1, and you can invite as many people as you want. There are about 189 entries right now, so not crazy odds. If you invited 10 people, I don't know, you'd have a really good chance of winning. This is autumn, or let's see, what is it? What am I trying to say? I don't pick a winner. It's like a random thing through this giveaway site that does it all for me. It clicks everything, and then it'll randomly select the winner. So there's no bias. Not that I love any of you more than anyone else, but yes. So today, last day of the giveaway. And go sign up. Why not? And if you already have a prayer devotional, you could give it to someone else. How fun would that be? Sometimes it's even better to win something that you don't keep. So that's that. Last day of giveaway. And like I said, there will be another giveaway next month. It'll probably take me a couple weeks to get that together and figure out what I'm going to do. I have a couple ideas, but we'll see. And yeah, that's that. Let's see. Next thing is this week, I do have my brain scan. Finally, it's coming. I've been waiting and it got rescheduled and blah, 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 blah. So it's coming up on Thursday at 1:00. Yeah. It's not that big of a deal, but sometimes the waiting, that's what's the big deal. Waiting, the anticipation and the anxiety that I think is going to happen is worse than what happens. Yeah, isn't that how sometimes things go? So, yes, I will be doing that on Thursday. So if you think of me, thanks, think of me. And I'll be just fine. And you know, I was going to say that my surgery was 6 years ago in November. And I remember after my surgery, I had to have my first scan at my 3-month post-surgery date. And I remember it being like really crazy, because the scan right before that happened in the hospital right after surgery. And basically it was like, I think the day after. And it was to see if they got it all, I think. And I don't know if many of you know what it's like after brain surgery, and maybe it's different for everybody. I'm not really sure. But for me, right after brain surgery, everything was really bright and everything was really loud. And my senses were just so heightened. I just don't know how to explain it. But I got put in that tube to have the MRI, and it was possibly one of the worst experiences of my life, because I was trapped in there, and it felt like a sledgehammer was hitting the outside of that tube. Like, it was so loud. The beeps that normally aren't that loud, they just were so loud. And yeah, it was just, oh my goodness. I don't know how to describe it. It just was awful. And I was alone, and obviously my family couldn't come in with me, but I had just gotten out of surgery, and I had been around my husband and my twin sister like every second. And then that was like the first time that I was alone, and like, really not doing good. Like, it was so hard. But, so that first scan, 3 months later, my twin sister Brenda, she came with me for the very first scan. And I'll never forget it because I was a little apprehensive and wondering if it was going to be as terrible. Like, if every single scan after my surgery was going to be like that. And I'm very happy to say that it was not like that. It was like all the other scans that I'd only had 1 or 2 before that, before my surgery. It was totally fine. The beeps were normal sounding, not something I choose to do, but not absolutely terrible. So she hung out with me that day, and we walked to the beach and we went for a hike and just talked about life, and I'll never forget that day. And that leads us into my chapter for today, because I always have to have some kind of segue, right? So this is all about sisters, and I get to talk about my lovely, wonderful twin sister Brenda, who I absolutely adore. So here we go. It is, let me see, we are in chapter 46. If you are following along, we're on page 91, and this is from season 6, episode 24. He loves me not. I love this episode. So good. This is a 2-parter. There's so much that happens in this episode. I can't even describe it. This is when Percival comes on the scene. This is when Laura and Almanzo get in that little tiff, and he moves to Sleepy Eye, or is it Sleepy Eye or Mankato? I don't know, wherever he moves. And Laura's cleaning up the blind school, and like all that stuff's happening. Anyway, they're in the blind school, and Laura is crying. She doesn't think anyone can hear her, but her sister does. And I call this chapter Sister Sleepovers. And the quote is from Mary Ingalls Kendall, and she says, "Sisters are good for telling your troubles to." The best sisters are around when we need them. Whether we have biological sisters, adopted sisters, or sisters in the Lord, we are blessed by these priceless women. They can tell when our hearts are beaten down. They are ready to hear about our troubles. When Mary finds Laura crying in bed over Almanzo, she takes the time to listen. She gives comfort and advice to soothe Laura's broken spirit. Having a twin is like inviting your best friend over for an endless sleepover. My mom says Brenda used to climb out of her crib and into mine. Every night was a slumber party for us. When we were young, our experiences were so alike. One word and the other knew what story was coming. No one stood a chance against us in the game of charades, and no one did. Our faces and mannerisms were so identical that even my mom got confused at times. Sharing the same memories, we understood each other more than anyone else could. Side note, when we were babies, my mom said the only way that she could tell us apart was that I had this little, I'm not sure which eye it's on, this little dark vein across my eyelid. And that was the only way that she could tell which one was Wendy and which one was Brenda. Brenda was always a little bit bigger than I was, but when we were really little, sometimes it's hard to tell. And that was the one way that she could tell. It was that dark vein on my eye. I don't know if I still have it or not. Anyway, there's a side note for you. And there are times where she has sat next to me in church and thought that I was Brenda, even though my husband was sitting next to me. She's starting to talk to me like I'm Brenda. And we're like, hello. But moms sometimes get confused too. All right, I'm going back. Here we go. After my brain surgery, Brenda spent the first half of the night with me in ICU. As at a typical sleepover, we didn't get a wink of sleep. We weren't giggling like schoolgirls this time, and she helped me through every dreadful hour. We talked as each morphine bag brought on a new wave of nausea. She rubbed my feet with lotion and gave me sips of cool water as we told stories to pass the time. I would have survived the night without my sister, but God knew her presence would bring a calm and hope I desperately needed. Sisters are special. They celebrate with us when life is going well and mourn when it takes a turn south. Everyone needs a sister like Mary when trouble hits. God places our sisters in our lives to do what He would do, to love the way He loves, and to stay up all night when we can't face the darkness alone. And the verse is from Proverbs 17:17, and it says, "A dear friend will love you no matter what, and a family sticks together through all kinds of trouble." And Brenda has definitely been that for me. So, yes, sister sleepovers. I always miss my sister. She lives in Wyoming now, and we don't see each other that often, although this year we have seen each other a lot. And we were just texting back and forth all weekend, this last weekend. And at the end of the weekend, we said, we just have to see each other more than, a couple times a year. And I don't know how many of you have sisters, or maybe just friends, best friends that feel like a sister. And just know that you are blessed to have a sister. Sometimes you have a hard night, like the night that I had in ICU. And you need someone with you. Those nights are just, sometimes don't feel like they're ever going to end. I don't feel like you're going to make it through. And I listened to a verse today in Lamentations, and I thought I would share it with you. And I'm sure if any of you guys sang hymns while you were if you love hymns, you know this hymn. And I listened to it and I thought, oh my goodness, I know that hymn. I have listened to that. I have sang that hymn for years and years and years and years. But it's from Lamentations 3:2. And it says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning, new every morning. Great is your faithfulness, O Lord. Great is your faithfulness." So if you either don't have a sister with you anymore, or your sister lives far away, know that God's mercies are new every morning. And sometimes that's the hope that we need. That's the hope that gets us through those hard nights, those hard times. And yeah. Anyway, there we go. That's today. I hope you're doing good. I hope the sun comes out today. But it might not, and that's okay. And wherever you are, be just grateful for those sister people in your life. And I love you all. Sign up for the giveaway. Yes, do it. And I hope that one of you wins. So have a great day. I will talk to you next week. And think of me on Thursday if you could, 1 p.m. And love you all. See ya.